Alright guys, Epic fucking Slayers here and welcome to today's video. In this one, I've got a brief recap of today's state of the game, which included some news on the console PTS, along with some updates and features that we are going to expect from PTS Week 2. Before we get into this video, it'd be much appreciated if you can drop a like if you enjoy this video, and also subscribe if you're new and share with anyone you might know. That would be much appreciated. And with that said, let's get into the video. So guys, in week 2 of the PTS, we are going to get a look at global events, and the global event they are releasing is called Outbreak, and the modifier on this being that if you hit a headshot you are going to do more damage, plus there are going to be group modifiers as well. Now this will be active from July the 6th to July 9th, and then on July 10th, Massive actually will deactivate it and test their statistics system, and then it will be released on July 11th to the 12th. Now what we've learned as well about PTS Week 2 is that there are some changes coming to Strikers. I did a video yesterday about Strikers being very overpowered in its current form. With that said, I did want it to kind of remain similar because I did feel as though it is nice to have a gear set where you actually feel a little bit overpowered against NPCs as opposed to being really squishy. So Massive have said that they do want these 6-piece classified gear sets to be special, and they're going to be very hard to obtain. So for me that sounds like they're going to be exotic rarity. They're going to be very hard to get, so once you do get 6 pieces you are going to want to feel a lot more powerful than if you had the standard gear, and that's what Massive want. With that in mind though, they are making a change to the 6-piece, and they are changing the bonus healing from Striker's Persistence, which will now take 2000 stamina per 0.01% increase from 1000, so the healing will be lowered, which is actually a good change, and I'm glad they're actually not just scrapping the idea altogether, and they are actually looking to keep this set as it is, but just not quite as good as it was before, because I've got to admit, as per my video before, it was a little bit overpowered. Massive went on to discuss the console PTS, and they did advise that this will still be happening, and it should be open later next week. Now you should be able to preload the PTS Week 2 at the start of next week, and we're also going to get invites out early next week as well. They will be announced. Now the console PTS will start with the PTS 2 build, so consoles will actually be 1 week behind the PC, and global events will be active when the console PTS opens, and it will stay open until it closes for all platforms. So that's good news to hear. I was a little bit worried that PC might get too much time on it compared to console, but it does look as though they're only having a week extra, which I don't mind whatsoever. Now, in a video before, I did mention that they are going to be only releasing it to 10,000 people per platform. And they have come around and said this: they can't open the PTS for everybody, because then even players that don't own the game would be able to access the PTS. They only want players on the PTS that also know the game. The limit of 10k players comes from server limitations, so that those that test have a good experience. When more players are needed, they will invite more. So they have come along and said that these are the reasons why they're only going to be able to release it to 10,000 people. And of course, you are going to have to be active within the last 30 days, and they are going to go off who has spent the most time on the game, basically, which I think is absolutely fair. So there you go guys, with the console PTS we have learnt that we are going to still be getting, and likelihood is we're going to be getting it at the end of the next week, so I'm very happy about that. So there you go guys, Massive have released the full PTS 2 patch notes, along with a full state of game notes on their Reddit page, so I will leave a link in the description below if you guys want to check that out. Again, I apologise about the fucking echo in the room. I am trying to fill it, but unfortunately not been able to yet. I've still got to put a lot of money into this fucking room. With that said, thanks for all your support. If you did enjoy it, drop a like, it is much appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.